Vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. Namami Damodara pada pankajam karomi Damodara pujanam sada. Vadami Damodara nama nirmalam smarami Damodara Lila sundaram gurave gaurachandraya radhikaya tadalaya krishnaya krishna bhaktaya tad bhaktaya namo namaha. Om Agyantimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Ginmit Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatharinam Paramananda Madhavam Śrī Caitanya-Ishvaram. Om Nam
Prabhuji, I think you are on mute.
Sorry, yeah, thank you. Sorry, I somehow got signed out. Om Agyantimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Ishtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityaṁ bhāgavata-sevayā bhagavati tamashloke bhaktir bhavati Naishtiki Shrunvatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridayantasti Abhadrani Vidunoti Suritsitam Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra Koi Lavamata Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shriddhi Hoy. Hare Kṛṣṇa Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Kṛṣṇa, dear worshipable devotees, thank you so much for taking out your valuable time to join today in this reading and hearing of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 9, chapter number 24, the last chapter of Canto 9, which is entitled The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So, we are discussing about the dynasty of Maharaj Yadu, and in the particular Yadu Vamsha, this wonderful personality of Godhead Lord appeared. Yatra avatirno bhagavan, yatra avatir paramatma nara akriti. So the Lord, the Supreme Lord, appeared as the human form in this wonderful Yadukula. Therefore, it is very, very glorious, and one who hears about it, all the papa will be destroyed, and all auspiciousness will be bestowed upon such a person who hears Krishna Katha. So let's read from where we paused yesterday. That was Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 9.23.6. So let's see what's there today, what Krishna is teaching us, what Srila Prabhupada is teaching us today. Puruhotrastav anuputrastasya ayu shatvatastataha Bhajamano bhajir divyo vrishnir deva vridho andhakaha Satvatasya sutta sapta mahabhojas cha marisha Bhajamanasya nimlochihi kinkano drishtirevacha Ekasyam atmaja pantyam anyasyam cha traya sutaha shatajit cha sahasrajit ayutajit iti prabhu. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The son of Anu was Puruhotra. The son of Puruhotra was Ayu, and the son of Ayu was Satvata. O great Aryan king, Satvata had 7 sons named Bhajamana, Bhaji, Divya, Vrishni, Devavriddha, Andhaka, Mahabhoja. From Bhajamana, by one wife came 3 sons, Nimlochi, Kinkana, and Drishti. And from his other wife came 3 other sons, Shatajit, Sahasrajit, and Ayutajit. Hare Kṛṣṇa. So this is text number 6 to 8 here, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So we see the word Vrishni comes again and again. So it came here also. And also we read in the last chapter, the son of Madhu was Vrishni. And actually in the purport there, Prabhupada mentioned the dynasties known as Yadava, Madhava, and Vrishni had their origin from Yadu, Madhu, and Vrishni. But which Vrishni in particular, we'll see that. Okay, and even before this Vrishni was another Vrishni as well. We read in the text number, I think 3, the son of Kunti, not the Kunti Pandu's wife. This is a different Kunti, the male Kunti. Okay, so quite straightforward. A lot of names of the great kings. Text number 9. Anyone wants to read?
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Prabhuji. I can read. Hare Kṛṣṇa devotees, then the pranam, all to Sri Prabhupada. Text number 9. Babhrur devarta sutas tayo slokau patanya amu yatha va sruno mo durat sampasyamas tata niktak. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. The son of Deva Vrata was Bhabru. Concerning Deva Vrata and Bhabru, there are 2 famous songs of prayer which were sung by our preceders and which we had heard from a distance. Even now I hear the same prayers about their qualities because that which was heard before is still sung continuously. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Prabhuji, please explain. Thank you.
Hare Kṛṣṇa. Thank you, Prabhu. I don't have any additional comments here, but it looks like their glories were very famous at that time. So who is speaking this verse to whom? Anyone? Members? Who is speaking this verse to whom?
Shukadev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj.
Yes, wonderful. So that's the conversation going. He's explaining about the different dynasties and different people in those dynasties. So there are 2 famous songs of prayer now. So at that time also these kings must be so glorious because of their activity, because of their qualities. And Deva, Vriddha, and Babru. So these 2 people here, Shukdev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, are talking about or discussing about Babru and Deva Vriddha. Now, Deva Vriddha and Babru are much senior to them because there are a lot of generations in between these 2. So even the predecessors used to sing about their glories. Even now I hear the same prayers about their qualities. Okay. So we can certainly estimate or understand that these two must have very special qualities. Okay, text 10 and 11.
I can read, Prabhu.
Yes.
1 second, I'll go to my. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you. I'll put open in my window. You don't have to worry about. Sorry. Babhru sreshto manushanam deva vruddha sama purusha pancha shishtascha shat sahasrani chashtacha yem amrutatva manu prapta babhro deva vruddhadapi mahabhojoti dharmatma bhoja ansasta danvaye. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It has been decided that among human beings, Babhru is the best, and that Deva Vruddha is equal to the demigods. Because of the association of Babhru and Deva Vruddha, all of their descendants, numbering 14,065, achieved liberation. In the dynasty of King Mahabhoja, who was exceedingly religious, there appeared the Bhoja kings. Wow. So similarly, we had read in Kings of Mithila chapter that those kings were very pious, not just pious, they were exalted personalities or devotees of the Lord, I think. And similarly, we are hearing here that all 14,000 descendants, I mean, that's a huge number to imagine. They were all liberated. So such are the glorious kings that lived. Back to you, Prabhu. Please add Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So here in these two verses, the qualities of those two great personalities are mentioned. The best amongst the human beings. So we can meditate upon this line actually. A devotee should be, Prabhupada said, my disciples, my children, my ISKCON members should be first-class human beings, first-class ladies, first-class gentlemen. His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj says that sometimes we are so busy in becoming a devotee, we forget to become a human being. Just by wearing a t-shirt of being human, one does not become human being. It is by the qualities. There's a lot of t-shirts these days like being human, being human. Being human means to be paradukha dukhi, to feel the pain of others, to help others. And what is the best help? Today someone shared a nice kind of phrase from the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. The self-effulgent Vaikuntha planets, by whose illumination alone all the illuminating planets within the material world give off reflected light, cannot be reached. In short, Vaikuntha cannot be reached by those who are not merciful to other living beings. Only persons who are constantly engaged in the welfare activities of other living beings can reach the Vaikuntha planets, or to speak of going back home, back to Godhead. Because Krishna himself says that one who shares this message, that means one is genuinely considering, why do we ask people for lamp offering? Why do we even try to invite people for Govardhan Puja or any program, Damodar Ashtakam, lamp offering, temple, Gita class, book distribution, prasad distribution? All these are for one purpose, to share the joy of bhakti, to really be human. This is the best philanthropic activity, to share Krishna consciousness. So devotees should be try to be first-class human beings, the best amongst human beings. Babru is glorified in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and multiple poems because he was the best amongst human beings. This title is also given to the Supreme Lord, Purushottama, the best amongst the humans, the Purushas. So that certainly, if someone is not, living an animal life by eating whatever they want, sleeping wherever they want, having relationship with them wherever they and anywhere they want, that's not being even a human being, or to speak of the best amongst the human being. So a lot is emphasized in our International Society of Krishna Consciousness to be the best, gentle, kind, caring human beings. His Holiness Jayadvaita Maharaj says that becoming a first-class human being is also a lifelong project, or to speak of becoming a devotee. So we should certainly be, we should not become, oh no, devotee means they can do whatever. We should always think that I am representing ISKCON, I am representing Guru, I am representing Prabhupada, I am representing the whole Krishna conscious society. So my conduct, my words, my actions, my behavior, my dress, my address, everything is, people are watching. The sloka is Sanyasira Alpashidra Sarvaloka Gai. It is not just for sannyasi, it's for all who say Vaishnava, who are aspiring for Vaishnava. So Vaishnavira Alpachidra Sarvaloka Gai. Little spot, If ordinary human beings, they do a very big thing, bad, no one will say. But an ordinary, if a Vaishnava, let's say, who is trying to chant Hare Kṛṣṇa, and if ordinary people smoke like one box of cigarette every day, who cares? Millions of people may be doing it. But Vaishnava, who is trying to be Krishna conscious, drinks a little alcohol once in a year, who is trying to sincerely, they say, oh, look at this devotee. Oh, he's speaking big things, and whether secretly he's drinking alcohol, or secretly he's doing this, or he's doing that. So he was the best. Now, what was the outcome? All his descendants, thousands and thousands, achieved liberation. Because of the association of Babru and Devavriddha. That's the power of association we can learn. Prahlad Maharaj also says, Nrsimhadev says to Prahlad that you are such a glorious devotee in your family. Your 21 generations will get the benefit. So all the descendants, the multiple children, parents, uncles, aunts, whatnot, they all, is the power of one great soul who could transfer thousands, who could give light to thousands of people in their family. And we all should certainly try our best. We may not be able to help thousands. We all have different capacity, but at least we can be a lamp, if not the sun. Prabhupada could deliver thousands and tens and thousands of devotees, help them. But at least we can help maybe one person. First of all, that's our own self. And anyone to the best of our capacity, our friends, neighbors, well-wishers, those who are open, those who are not too, negative to this, those who are open-minded, at least we can help those who are eager to receive, at least we can try to help those, family, friends, relatives, etc. So, yeah, that's the glory of these two personalities, who not only were glorious, but all their associates also became glorious, thousands of them. Satsanga. Sadhu Sangha, Sarv Shastra Koi, Lava Matra Sadhu Sang, Sarv Siddhi Hoy. He also achieved the perfection. We were recently reading about one king. He got the topmost destination, and all his assistants all got the same destination as well. Anyone remembers whom we are talking about? Yeah. Okay, let's see. This is, I believe, the story of Yayati, chapter number 19. Yayati achieves. It was in this connection only that all his assistants also achieved the liberation, those who were serving him. So Yayati shared this story with Devyani about the he goat and the she goat. You remember that connection? And he finally was completely absorbed in the process of Krishna consciousness. So, and Devyani also achieved the same destination. Okay, there were other kings also. I mean, this is a common phenomenon. Okay. Anyone else has any other comments, additions here? Text number 12. Yes, Raghu Prabhu, you want to read?
Thank you. Hare Krishna devotees. Text 12. Shne Sumitra Putro Bod Yudachitcha Parantapa Sinistasya Mitrascha Nigno Bud Anamitrataha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. O King Maharaja Parikshit, who can suppress your enemies? The sons of Shrini were Sumitra and Yudajit. From Yudajit came Shini and Anamitra. And from Anamitra came a son named Nigna. Thank you, Prabhu. Back to you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, thank you. Prabhuji. So this is the Vrishni dynasty here. Now, we discussed about the Vrishni, Sumitra and Yudhajit, Shrini and Amrita, and Nigna. So quite straightforward. Text 13. Anyone wants to read?
Okay. Horizontal devotees, Dhanavad Pranam, all praise to Śrīla Prabhupada. Shatrajit Prasanascha Nignashata Shatu Shutau Anamitra Shuto Yo Anne Shinistasya Shattaka. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Śrīla Prabhupada with joy. The two sons of Nigna were Shatrajit and Prasena. Another son of Anamitra was another Shini, and his son was Satyaka. Back to Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Anyone recalls these two words?
From Shramatanga jewel pastime, Prabhu? I'm just guessing.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. In the Samantaka jewel. Last time. Want to share the story with everyone?
The only thing I remember is Prabhu Satrajita was Satadvana or Satrajita, one of them killed for the Shamatanka jewel. And then he wanted to go hide in Akrura's palace. And then Akrura's, and he was provoked by, Prabhu, I'm going to quote it all wrong. Please say the pastime. I don't remember the right one.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So I think I remember a little bit, Prabhuji. I'll try. So Shamantaka Mani, Satrajit got it from sun god, and he want to always show off. And then one time Krishna advised him that, this money can be better utilized by King Ugrasena, but he did not agree. And then, Prasena, his brother, wore it and went for forest for hunting, and a lion killed and took that money away. But everyone, Satrajit told everyone that it was Krishna who kidnapped my brother and took away that diamond. So Shamantaka money. But then all the Krishna went into the forest with other villagers. There he found Prasena's dead body, and then he also found the lion's footprints. So he took, they were still trying to find it, and based on the footprints, they went into the cave of Jambavan, and Jambavan's son was playing with the diamond. And when he was asking, the nurse over there, cried, "Oh, who is this? Who is this?" And Jambavan came and said, he started fighting with Krishna. And then Jambavan realized that, he cannot be none other than Lord Rama, who is none other than Lord Krishna. So he surrendered and he gave his daughter Jambavati and also that Shamantaka mani. Then Krishna took Shamantaka mani back to Satrajit, but Satrajit was very sorry, and he gave his daughter Satyabhama also in marriage along with Shamantaka mani to Lord Krishna. That's what I remember. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Wonderful. Thank you, bro. That's excellent. This is a story in Krishna book, and of course, Canto Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. That place is still there, the Jamaband Gufa near Porbandar. Was fortunate to get chance to go to that place. I think I remember uploading a video. It's on there. Jamaband. Check that video in case you are interested. Yes, Sri Prabhu nicely mentioned this story. So these were the two brothers, Satrajit and Prasena. A lot of lessons are there from this wonderful story, that how Krishna always protects his devotees, how the false attachment to greed towards gold or this money, this could produce like kilograms of gold every day. So I forgot the exact quantity of kilograms, but it was considerable. Kilograms, just imagine, kilograms of gold. It's a lot. And it also, Satyajit started to feel, oh, I'm as good as Sun God, right? So often there's a classic example that how wealth can take us away from Krishna and make us feel falsely proud of our so-called wealth. I'm God. I'm as good as God. I deserve better than God, or the Supreme Lord. He doesn't deserve the Shamanta Jul. Me, it's me who deserves. He's just a simple cowherd boy. So, a lot of lessons are there in this story. And then finally, Jamvan, Jambavati. And so through this episode, Krishna basically married Jambavati and Satyabhama. Okay, anyone has any other thoughts, comments here?
Prabhuji, I also heard in like when we are doing Ganesh Puja, they, read this story also. In that they mention that Krishna somehow saw the moon on Ganesh Chaturthi, and that may also be the cause. So, any idea, Prabhuji, on that one?
I also heard that growing up.
Krishna saw moon.
Yeah.
Can you complete it? I didn't get the...
Prabhuji, what happened was like once Lord Ganesha was eating a lot of laddus, and his tummy was, very big. So when Ganesha was, I think, laughing, his stomach, got burst, and moon god was started laughing. So in that heat, Ganesha actually cursed, whoever sees you will become, but all the devas and, requested Ganesha to, revoke. He said that it cannot be revoked completely, but at least whoever sees the moon on Vinayaka Chauthi, so only for them there will be some kind of, this will be still applicable. And I think once Krishna saw in a shadow of moon on Vinayaka Chauthi day. So I heard that, that may be the cause of why Krishna had to go through all this. Of course, Krishna is a Leela Purusha, but this is what I heard, Prabhuji.
So basically what I heard growing up was that if you see moon on that night, you get labeled that you're a thief. And it's a mislabeling you, like you, that's what I heard growing up. In Pune, Maharashtra.
So I don't know about the story, so I can't comment on the story itself, whether it is bona fide or not. So I won't comment on that. But one thing which I can, a similar thing which is kind of shared, that Krishna killed, Lord Ram killed Bali, right? Hiding behind as like a hunter. So Bali became the hunter who killed Krishna. It's a quite famous story in India, which is completely unauthorized from the scriptures perspective. Because Krishna is not an ordinary being who can be in the grip of the law of karma. As we are reading in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam also, chapter 7, we recently read that in text 12, 13, so many verses, that Krishna is the controller of the three modes, controller of all the good and the bad. So these material modes may not apply. Yes, he may sometimes Like the example is the CEO. The CEO may park his car in most times at the same place where ordinary people also park their car. But if he parks at a spot where it is not designated to park, it's not that he will be fined. He's the owner of the companies. He's he makes the rules, right? By worshipping him, karmani nirdhayati kintu cha bhakti bhajam govindamadi purusham tamam vachami. We read mountains of sin, mountains of karma ada. Chinatsi ghoram bhava papa sava papa rashi sarva papa haram nidam. So all the impurities all can be vanished by taking the name of Krishna. What to speak of him being in the karmic cycle? So that's not approved. Yes, he may do certain things which some people may make stories around it, that it is because and some people, I was hearing with Samit Maharaj, some people till date think that Krishna is suffering in one of the hells because he did so many, telling lies, cheating, and doing some tricks and magics, and running away from the battlefield and whatnot, all the accusations they put. So we have to see from the lens of the scriptures. So yeah, the story may be true, but what conclusion are we deriving from it? If the conclusion is that Krishna also got this blame because of something he did, that conclusion does not seem right from the lens of scriptures. Yes, the story may be there, absolutely. I don't know. But if it's making us to reach to this conclusion, then it's not appropriate conclusion. Because Krishna is not bound in the cycle of karma, good karma, bad karma. Janma karma cha me devya. That's a fundamental teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Whatever he does is transcendental. So yes, and all the demigods, including Ganesha, Indra, Chandra, are his subservients. Yes, he may do certain things to keep the vow of his devotee, that like same Nourishing Dev appeared day, night, all that, to keep the vow of what Brahmaji had given, Tathastu. Bhishma said, I will make him, pick the weapon. Krishna may sometimes do it. Yes. Does that help? I don't know.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, that's what I also thought. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Maybe I also thought it is Leela of the Krishna, to teach others, how to, as you said, he doesn't want to, but for the sake of his devotees, he can break his own promise. That's what. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
There are a few pictures in this story of this Shamantak jewel. So this is Jambavanta giving the hand of Jambavati to Krishna, and also the jewel. I think in his hand is the jewel, you see? That's the jewel. Okay, let's read the next verse. Yeah, there are a lot of pictures. This is in the gufa. Actually, if you see this in this gufa, this painting is still there. I remember seeing that. And this is, I believe, Raja giving back later to Krishna. And Krishna gave to the king, Ugrasena. So, nice pastime connected to these two brothers, Satyajit and Prasena, who were the sons of Nigna. Okay, so we will move on. to next verse, text number 10. Anyone wants to read 14?
Prabhuji, can we?
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Text 14. Yuyodhanaha satyakir vai jayastasya kunyasthatha yugandharo namitrasya vrishnihi putros tataha. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai.
The son of Satyaka was Yuyudhana, whose son was Jaya. From Jaya came a son named Kuni. From Kuni, a son named Yugandhara, another son of
Anamitra
was
Vrishni. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Back to you.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhu Chakrika, for so nicely reading. So these are the sons of Satyaka, who was the son of Shini. So quite straightforward here. So we'll move on to the next. It's 15. Anyone wants to read? Wasn't yet read? Lakshay, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Swapalkas Chitralantascha Gandanyam Cha Swapalkata Akrura Pramuka Asan Putradvardascha Vishruta. Translation: from Vrishni came the sons named Swapalka and Chitraranta. From Swapalka by his wife Gandini came Akrura. Akrura was the eldest, but there were 12 other sons, all of whom were most celebrated. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhu. So this Vrishni, this is like the fourth Vrishni we are reading in this Yadu dynasty. There are a lot of Vrishni, the same names, but they're not the same because they are different levels in the hierarchy of this Vrishni is the great-grandson of the other Vrishni, or the grandson, great-grandson, of Vrishni. Okay. 16 to 18, anyone wants to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I can read. Text 16 to 18. Ashangaha sarameyascha mridura mriduvid kirihi dharma bhratya sukarmacha kshetra pekshorimartanaha satrugna gandhamadascha prativavuscha dvadasha tesham swasha sucharakya Dva akrura sutavapi devavan upadevasya tatha chitrarathatmajaha prithur viduratha dayascha bahabo brishni nandanaha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. The names of these 12 were Asanga, Saromeya, Mridura, Mriduvit, Giri, Dharma Bhradha, Sukarma, Kshetrupeksha, Arimardana, Satrugna, Gandhamada, and Prativahu. These brothers also had a sister named Shuchara. From Akrura came two sons named Devavan and Upadeva. Chitraratha had many sons headed by Prithu and Viduratha, all of whom were known as belonging to the dynasty of Vrishni. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Mataji. So, anyone remembers, like how Sridhar Prabhu shared the story of the Samantaka jewel? There is the next chapter in Krishna book is this killing of Satrajit in Shatdhanva. Anyone remembers that story?
So Shatadhanva was actually provoked by Akrura to take that Shamatanka jewel, and in that attempt he killed Satrajit, and then Krishna ran after him and killed him. So this way, for a murder, there was a punishment given to him of murder, and then Akrura was fearful because that Shamatanka jewel was in his house, and then finally it was delivered to Krishna and Balram. Back to you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Maybe to wrap up today's conversation, today's meeting, we'll read the last few maybe paragraphs here. So from here, maybe we can read, since we're talking about Akrura. Okay, anyone wants to read this paragraph? Who hasn't got a chance yet? Yes, Sampada, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Akrura was Krishna's uncle. Therefore, when he came back to Dwarka, Lord Krishna first of all gave him a welcome befitting a superior person. Krishna is a super soul in everyone and knows everything going on in everyone's heart. He knew everything that had happened in connection with Akrura's conspiracy with Satathanva. Therefore, he smilingly began to speak to Akrura. Addressing him as a chief among munificent men, Krishna said, "My dear uncle, it is already known to me that the Samantaka jewel was left by Satathanva with you. Presently, there is no direct claimant of the Samantaka jewel, for King Satrajit has no male issue. His daughter Satyabhama is not very eager for this jewel, yet her expected son, as the grandson of Satrajit, would, after performing the regulative principles of inheritance, be the legal claimant of the jewel. Lord Krishna indicated by this statement that Satyabhama was already pregnant and that her son would be the real claimant of the jewel and would certainly take it from Akrura."
Thank you. So yeah, in this also we read from Satrajit and Pasena, there were no further descendants. So it's also mentioned here, Pasena already died when he was bragging about so that the lion had killed him. And Satrajit didn't have male child and his daughter was married to Krishna. Let's see what happens further. Anyone else hasn't got a chance yet? Wants to read? Swati Mataji, you want to read this paragraph? No, Mataji, you want to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, sure. Krishna continued, "This jewel is so powerful that no ordinary man is able to keep it. I know that you are very pious in activities, so there is no objection to the jewels being kept with you. There is one difficulty, and that is that my elder brother Sri Balarama does not believe my version that the jewel is with you. I therefore request you, O large-hearted one, to show me the jewel just once before my other relatives, so that they may be pacified and reject various kind of rumors. You cannot deny that the jewel is with you because we can understand that you have enhanced your opulence and are performing sacrifices on an altar made of solid gold. The properties of the jewel were known. Wherever the jewel remained, it would produce for the keeper more than 2 mounts of pure gold daily. Akrura was getting old in that proportion and distributing it profusely at sacrificial performances. Lord Krishna cited Akrura's lavishly spending gold as positive evidence of his possessing the Samantaka jewel. When Lord Krishna in friendly term and sweet language impressed Akrura about the real fact, and Akrura understood that nothing could be concealed from the knowledge of Sri Krishna, he bought out the valuable jewel. Prabhuji, can you scroll a little bit? Valuable jewel covered by the cloth but shining like the sun, and presented it before Krishna. Lord Krishna took Samantaka jewel in his hand and showed it to all his relatives and friends present, and then returned the jewel to Akrura in their presence, so that they would know that the jewel was actually being kept by Akrura in the Dwarka city. More, Prabhuji, or the story of Samantaka jewel is very significant in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. It is said that anyone who hears the story of the Samantaka jewel or describes it or simply remembers it will be free from all kind of defamation and the reaction of impious activities, and thus will attain the highest perfectional condition of peace. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, back to you.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Nityaṁ. So we briefly discussed the story that Samantaka jewel was so powerful, and how Krishna got it back, how Krishna was married to Satyabhama, then first Jamavati, the fight between Jambu and then Krishna, then marriage of Jamavati. So all these episodes happen in this true story. So yeah, anyone who reads here, shares the story will get another benefit. Free from all kinds of defamational reactions of impious activities, and attain the highest perfectional condition of peace. Who does not want that? Everyone wants peace in life. Everyone wants happiness. And Krishna Katha is the source of real happiness. Krishna Katha is the source of real punya, Mahapunya. Krishna Katha is the source to remove all the papa. So this is the brief connection. So we will continue to read tomorrow from where we paused today. That is text number 19. We'll see what happens further. Any comments or questions before we wrap up? Okay, so we'll pause here. Tantra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Puran ki jai. Shri Kartik Damodar Mas ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samahiti Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhyev cha pattanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo. Thank you so much. Hari Bol.
Thank you.
Hare